configure your grade center by going into the assignments area. I realize that on your syllabus you have lots of gradable stuff. You have assignments, you have quizzes, you have discussions, but we're always going to start by going into the assignments area. And here we're going to actually list our categories, or we'll call them groups, because that's what Canvas calls them. So you'll understand what I mean when I do this. And you can see that this is going to turn out to look something like what you have on your syllabus. So in this case, this was our default group. Let's edit that. And we'll look at the syllabus and we'll say assignments, whatever the syllabus says. In this case, let's say 25%. If you go to add the percentage here, and this text box looks like it will not let you type in it, I'm going to show you what setting you must have. You must have this check mark checked in order to be able to type in a weighted total. Let's uncheck it and see what I mean. Okay, if it's unchecked, you can't type in a percentage of the total grade. You'll want to do this if your class is based on total points instead of percentages. Let me go back to where I was, and let's finish this up so that it looks just like my syllabus. Got 3 groups now: assignments, quizzes, and discussions worth 70%, and even if it's just one gradable object, such as a final exam, we'll make a group for it. So there we go. Now we have exactly what I show on my syllabus. Assignments are worth 25%, quizzes are worth 20, etc. And this adds up to 100%. So far, though, we've only got our categories. I don't actually have any assessments built. I don't have any assignments built. I don't have any quizzes built. I don't have anything that my students are going to submit to me that I can use to evaluate them. So let's go ahead and start with assignments. Sure enough, in the assignments area, it makes sense that you can create an assignment. So let's do it. And we're going to call it SA1, and we'll give a prompt here. And just for the heck of it, let's say that it's worth, I don't know, 50 points. You can say whatever your heart desires. And it is correctly in the assignments group. So we'll leave that there by default. We'd like to see it by points, and we've set our other settings, and we're ready to save and publish. And sure enough, when we go back to the assignments area, there it pops in. Assignments worth 25%. So far we only have one assignment. Let's create another one. Save and publish. We'll go back to the assignments area. We've got 2 assignments in the assignments group. The assignments overall in this class are worth 25%. Each assignment is worth 12.5%. Oopsie, 12.5%. And if I added a couple of more assignments, each assignment would be worth, less and less. That's just plain math. Okay, let's try quizzes. To create a quiz, I'm not going to create a quiz in the assignments area. I don't have a button that says add a quiz. I'm going to go to an area with an application in it to allow me to create a quiz, and that area is called quizzes. That makes sense. Here I go. Add a quiz. I'm going to call it Quiz 1. Later I'll put questions in it, of course. It's a graded quiz. Is it an assignment? No, it's not. So we'll pick the right group, set the rest of the settings, save and publish. And lo and behold, I can go back to quizzes, and certainly I'm going to see my quiz there. But I'm also going to go back to this assignments area, and you're going to see that it pops right in to the correct group. Quizzes are worth 20% of the total. If I want to make another quiz, can't make a quiz in the assignments area, have to go back to the quizzes area. Let's do it. Create another quiz. And guess what this one's going to be called? How about quiz 2? It's a graded quiz. It's not in the assignments area, but you know what? Let's make an intentional boo-boo, and let's say we forget to put it in the correct group. Let's save and publish it and see what happens. We're not going to go back to the quizzes area. We just finished creating our quiz. We'll go to the assignments area because we want our grade center to be configured correctly. And here's that boo-boo. Assignments are worth 25%, but this is a quiz, not an assignment. Let's just drag and drop and put it there. The same thing with discussions. I don't have a button here to add a discussion forum, but I do have an area in my Canvas class where I can create discussion forums. So here I go. Add a discussion. Let's call it something like this, and we'll put a prompt here. And we're going to indicate to Canvas that this is a graded discussion. We'll set the rest of our settings. 100 points possible. We want to see that, let's say, in percentage. We don't care. But here, by default, it wants to put it in the assignments group. But I don't want it in the assignments group. I want it in the discussions group so that my grade center is configured correctly. So save and publish that. And sure enough, in my discussions area, I can see it here. This is where students will reply, etc. But if I go to the assignments area where my grade center is configured, lo and behold, here it is. One more scenario. Let's say you're ready to develop your Canvas class website, and you want to put the grade center configuration on the back burner for now. No problem. You can go ahead and start creating your assessments. I'll create a quiz really quickly here. And remember, I don't have any other groups except for my default group. So I'll create quiz 1 and I'll create questions. And tell Canvas that this is a graded quiz, but I only have one group. No big deal. I can save and publish that. I can create more quizzes, more assignments, etc. And later, when I'm ready to configure my grade center, I can go in and create my group. And drag and drop here. And as you create your assignments and your quizzes and your discussions, if you tell Canvas that they are graded discussions, graded assignments, and quizzes, and you put them in the right group, as you're developing them, they're going to pop right into this area and your grade center will be configured correctly. So let's have a look at the grade center. Here it is. Here's your group. Assignments are worth 25%, quizzes are worth 20%, discussions are worth 30%, and your final exam is worth 25%. And each time you make an assignment, a quiz, a discussion, or your final exam, a column will appear.